Yo, what's up guys, it's King Sean here, and in today's video, I'm coming at y'all with my third mock draft of the offseason for the Washington Commanders. This is going to be a post-free agency edition mock draft and a non-trade back mock draft. The reason I mentioned that is because I'm going to do a trade back mock draft next week, post-free agency edition, but I also wanted to make a mock draft just to see if we only pick 5 times with our 5 picks. I want to see, who we could potentially pick, which is why I'm doing this non-trade back mock draft. But next week, I'll be coming out with a trade back mock draft, so stay tuned for that. Before we get into today's video, make sure y'all leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications, and with that out of the way, let's get straight into today's video. So round 1, pick 29 overall, I got to select in Missouri wide receiver Luther Burden III. And I talked about him yesterday in my video on guys that could be there at 29, right? Options for us at 29. When I look at Luther Burden, I see a first-round receiver. Like, he is one of the better receivers in this draft class, in my opinion. And I feel like people are getting way too much prospect fatigue over him, man. Like, he's not a guy to overthink on, in my opinion. Like, his 2023 tape was so good. And even last year, like, I know he wasn't as productive last year, but his QB play sucked. And I feel like if Missouri used him in more ways other than just on, like, screens and stuff out of the backfield and reverses, stuff like that, like, I feel like he would have been way more productive than he was last season, right? But despite that, I mean, his skill set is just so good. A lot of people comp him to Deebo Samuel, and some fans could look at that and say, okay, if he's just Deebo Samuel, then why would we need him? Because we already got him, right? We don't need another one. However, I feel like Luther Burden can be more than Deebo Samuel. And I talked about this in my video yesterday on how I feel like he can be more than just a Deebo Samuel in the league. Obviously, he's super twitchy, very shifty, good speed. He can make a guy miss in space, has great yards after catch and run after catch ability. So that's kind of where the Deebo comps get into place, right? Also with the way he's used, right? Missouri used him on receiver screens a whole lot. They used him out the backfield, reverses. A lot of similar ways Deebo is used. However, I feel like Luther can be the better route runner in the league. I think he's a very good route runner. I think he's pretty solid at creating separation. I think he has really good burst off the line of scrimmage as well. And I feel like he can be really good even in the deep ball game, right? Like in the vertical game, right? Like we don't have really a guy that can provide us with a vertical threat outside of Terry on the roster. And I feel like adding a Luther Burden can provide us with that. I saw glimpses of that on tape at Missouri. Heck, even more than glimpses. I saw a whole lot of plays where he ran behind the defense, and the quarterback last year for Missouri was so bad, man. Like, there were so many times where Burden was underthrown on deep passes, and it was just so rough to watch. Like, it was really rough to watch. But Luther Burden, man, if he's there at 29 and a lot of people are getting prospect fatigue over him, right? Like, he may be a second-round receiver at this point, right? Like, he may go in the second round at this point. But if he's there at 29, man, then I'm taking him because not only another receiver you're adding to Jayden Daniels' arsenal, but just overall more talent on this team, more speed, and just adding a great player in Luther Burden, in my opinion. Next up, round 2, pick 61. I got a selecting edge rusher Princely Umanmielen out of Ole Miss. I'm a big fan of Princely Umanmielen. He is a really good edge rusher, and if we decided to take an edge rusher on day 2, then I feel like taking him in round 2 would be the perfect selection for us. He's 6'4", 244 pounds, 33 and 7/8 inch arms, so that's really good. Run a 4.17 at the combine, 1.62, 10-yard split, not bad at all. I watched his film, I think like 3 weeks ago. I watched all the edge rusher film. By the way, I will come out with my edge rusher rankings next week. I know I've been holding them off, but I promise y'all, gonna be coming out with them next week, so stay tuned. But Umanmielen, he's really good at setting the edge. He sets a very physical edge, and he stops the run very well. And as you guys know, we need a guy who is just really good at setting the edge. We brought a couple guys in from free agency. However, getting another guy does not hurt, and Umana can do it. He has good length, like I just stated. He's good at winning around the edge. Overall, a pretty solid edge rusher. Good production at Ole Miss last year, 10.5 sacks. So if he's there in the second round at 61, I feel like he would be a very realistic option for us if we decide to pick an edge rusher in the second round. And I like Umana a lot, and I feel like he does fit very well into this defense. Think he can develop into a very good pass rusher in the NFL. Round 4, pick 128, I have a selecting California cornerback Noel Williams. This guy is an absolute ball hawk. 14 career interceptions. Half of those interceptions came in 2024, this past season. So he had 7 interceptions this past season. That is probably the most out of any cornerback prospect in this draft class. 7 interceptions. That is absolutely amazing. Noel Williams is a physical corner, and he's a guy that won't back down against any receiver. He's a physical corner in press man coverage and man coverage in general. He plays with really, really good instincts and eye balance to hunt big plays. He has a quick to pounce when recognizing the throw, and he plays with the receiver's ball skills once the ball goes up. So he literally acts like a receiver when the ball's in the air, which I would assume helps him with, getting all those interceptions, right? Like when you have the instincts of a wide receiver, that helps you catch more interceptions. That helps you create more plays, more turnovers, right? That's what Noel Williams has, man. He's 6 foot, 194 pounds. Let me just double check that real quick. 199 pounds, sorry. Senior. He is a really good cornerback, where he was a really good cornerback with California. Once again, ball hawk. He's a guy that I feel like would fit very, very well into this defense. He's really good in man. Could improve some of his zone coverage abilities. However, that will come as he transitions to the NFL, the next level, right? So this is a guy that offers you great physicality, won't back down against any receiver, and is an absolute ball hawk, man, and has great instincts as well. So, hey, man, he's projected to go round 3, round 4 right now. And if he's there at our 4th round pick, 128, he's a guy that I would definitely consider taking, because we do need a cornerback on the opposite side of Marshawn Lattimore, and I feel like Noel Williams could be that guy. Next up, round 6, pick 205, we got running back RJ Harvey out of UCF. Now, before we get into his profile, man, I could see RJ Harvey going earlier. However, the reason why I have him going round 6 is because how deep this running back class is, and teams may not feel the need to draft a running back so high, so they may go another position and then draft running back later, right? Which is why I could see guys like Harvey getting pushed down a bit, although Harvey is an absolute dog. And let's just talk about his stats, man, because over the past 2 years at UCF, he went dumb. Over 1,500 rushing yards this past season, 22 rushing touchdowns, which, by the way, led the FBS. Insane. The year before, over 1,400 rushing yards, 16 touchdowns. He was a beast at UCF, and he was their lead back. Like, I know we want, well, it depends on what you want. You either want a complimentary back to B-Rob, or you want him replaced. Honestly, RJ Harvey could even replace B-Rob, right? He handled the full workload at UCF, and he may be able to do it in the NFL as well, but I have him being kind of that change of pace back for us. A very patient runner with quick defensive recognition ability, great speed. He ran a 4.4 at the combine, so he has that, change of pace we need. Like, he has that dynamic ability that we're looking for in a running back. Great burst and explosion through the initial layers of the defense, and he does a good job of following his lead blockers, and overall has really solid vision. So if you're looking for a change of pace back, RJ Harvey, to me, he might be your guy, because he was an absolute stud at UCF, and I have a feeling he's going to be really good in the NFL as well. And whether that's as a change of pace back or a straight up running back 1, he's going to be really good in the NFL, in my opinion, and I would love to have a guy like that on this team. And then with our last pick, round 7, pick 245, I have a selecting Maryland safety Dante Trader Jr. I like Dante Trader Jr. I thought he put a pretty solid production at Maryland. A career total of 5 interceptions. he's able to play that single high free safety role or even down in the box. He has pretty solid coverage instincts and throw anticipation are all over his tape as well. He does a good job of reading the quarterback, and he does a good job of closing in on the pass catcher and wrapping him up. Are some things he needs to clean up in coverage and as a whole as a safety, but I feel like he would be a pretty solid third safety option, way better than like a Percy Butler, who right now is probably our third safety, who I'm not a big fan of at all. I mean, I don't think any of us like Percy Butler, right? Especially in a third safety role. And we used the third safety a whole lot last year, and Percy Butler was on the field a whole lot last year, and he just wasn't playing all that well, right? So getting a potential solid third safety in a Dante Trader Jr. in the third round, or not the third round, sorry, the seventh round, late in the draft on day 3, feel like that would be a good pick for sure. And he doesn't even need to start as a third safety. He would probably be starting on special teams, and then as the season progresses, maybe get some more opportunities at third safety, right? But he would definitely be a guy I'd be interested in on day 3 of the draft in the 7th or 6th round. So that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts on my mock draft 3.0 for the Commanders. What picks did you like? What picks did you not really agree with? And comment down below, who would you have the Commanders pick at 29 overall right now? And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.